Hi there! Who are you? Well, so on today's show, I'll be telling you a bit of my pandemic lessons, and I would also be bringing out a few people that have managed to, I don't want to use the word inspire, but the fact that they've been able to, they have everything and they still did something is amazing. So I'll be bringing up these people and then we would be having fun with them. But first of all, my pandemic lessons, let's just go straight into that. This pandemic period, I basically at first didn't understand what was going on because we're supposed to stay for like a month and then it was turning into 2 months, 3 months, and then 5 months, and we're still here. But basically, I learned that you have to not you have to not underestimate yourself, especially when you decide to try out new things, because when you decide to try out new things and you just put in efforts, it turns out most of the time surprisingly good, and you basically wish you had tried that out in the first place. So the first of my pandemic lessons, like I've said earlier on, is not underestimating yourself. The next one is waiting. You know, it just feels amazing when you look at yourself and maybe you want to start something and then you're like, don't worry, I want to wait. Because I kept on telling myself that I wasn't going to pick up Old Diaries. I wasn't going to be really serious with it. And maybe any other entrepreneurship skill. I just felt, let me wait till I finish the course I'm currently studying in the university. Or I was like, let me wait till I graduate. Or I was like, let me wait. I just wanted to wait. There was just this wait ringing in my head, and I wanted to wait. But when the pandemic happened, genge, you know, all the things you've been putting excuses for, the excuses all fade, and you're like, it's just staring in front of you. And I was like, damn, I just have to do something. I cannot be this. I don't know. I don't want to really, overgeneralize, but being in the house, not doing anything, 1 month, 2 months, it just kind of occurred to me that, girl, you have to pick up some of the things you've been dumping. And the waiting game was over. So guys, I learned about not waiting. Waiting can be good. Maybe you've started something and you want to push it big, but you're waiting for a bit more money so you won't do a shabby work. It might be awesome, but then it's not all that great when it seems you're just putting up excuses in order to be lazy. It's the truth. So I actually learned that this period. So no more waiting. If I want to do something, people combine things. So why don't I just combine things? I really don't have excuses, and that was what I just told myself. I picked myself up and picked the things I was supposed to do. So the next lesson, number 3, that I learned this pandemic period is learning new skills. I just don't really have so much in my head. I didn't even know about Canva. God, I didn't even know about basic apps, technology apps that could help you. Some people did Duolingo. I didn't really do Duolingo anyways. Some people used Duolingo this period. 100 days, going so far. It's beautiful learning new skills. And what I told myself was I wasn't really cut out for videography or content creating, so maybe I should just focus on what I was studying and just leave out all the content creating videography lessons. But this pandemic period, I got Skillshare, I got Adobe Premiere Pro, and I started learning again from the scratch how to edit videos, because I normally had to wait for a videographer to help me edit videos. So I'm just trying to say that this pandemic period, I basically understood that I had to learn these skills. I had to stop trying to say maybe I'll learn them in the future or so. I just basically felt I had to pay people to do these things, or I had to beg people to help me do these things. But I just realized there's Canva. If you want to write a book, there's WPS on your phone, there's Canva to decorate the title page, and then you can read novels from book apps and then learn how to edit yourself. The internet has now made a lot of things very, very reachable, easily affordable. Yes, easily affordable. Even if you have to pay, at least you're not paying as much as you would have paid maybe in the 90s, or maybe in the early 2000s. You get? So we already have all these things at our disposal. So if you want to learn a new language, there's the Duolingo app. If you want to edit, there's Adobe Premiere. There's even InShot. In fact, iPhone has even made editing very easy. If you have an iPhone, you can basically make a video. You can even make a film. You get? So these things are not like so far from us any longer, and the pandemic really helped me learn new skills, which I'm grateful for at the end of the day. And the last but not the least, there are still other things I learned, but the last thing I basically learned this pandemic. So another thing I learned this pandemic period is self-confidence. Most of the time I basically had social phobia, standing in front of a crowd, and even something as little as staring into your phone to make a video. So I don't know about the standing in front of a crowd thing, because most of the time I have to remove my glasses so that I won't see their faces. That always works because I use glasses and I'm short-sighted. But right now I basically can look into the camera and still be my jovial self, still talk, still have a lot to say, like I'm doing right now. So I learned that I am enough. I learned that I can just derive joy from me and me alone. I learned that most of the time it might be very hard to have everything together, but you should always project that image of happiness, because you pouring out aggression or anxiety or your fear, just frustration from some certain things on people, can be very, very hard on them, but you might not know. So I just learned that I can just turn all this frustration into just diffusing them and just being happy, being myself, So aside that, I also learned that I can help encourage people in the littlest way around me, people around. So guys, I've basically finished seeing everything, because I don't know where my other videos stopped and my phone decided to start to talk about space. But very, very quickly, being kind to others is basically what I'm trying to say, being kind. And then if exercise will help you increase your self-confidence, because start exercising. But if you have to get fat and to increase your self-confidence, eat as much as you want to eat, and look for food that would puff you up if you've been eating normally and it's not been puffing you up. So that's it basically. I don't know, I was supposed to also talk about entrepreneurs and lessons that we've learned from them, but guys, the video is already reaching 6 minutes. Can you watch a video of 10 minutes? Because I really try not to make my videos exceed 10 minutes or 12 minutes, because I don't know, nobody really has time for that. But next week we'll be talking about entrepreneurs and how lessons that we can learn from them, but I'll give you a clue into what we'll be doing next week. So first of all, when I really looked at this entrepreneurs, I was really excited. The first person that excited me was Dr. Ola Orekunri. The name is bad, Dr. Ola Ore. Hey, Chinikin. Dr. Ola Orekunri. So this is a medical doctor and a helicopter pilot. And what happened was Dr. Ola's sister died tragically because there was no immediate medical attention, and she decided to build an air-based ambulance company that specialized in getting immediate medical attention to people that had very serious medical emergencies.